Happy Sunday evening. Yes, it's the closing hours of Mother's Day 2021. Hopefully, you had a beautiful time of reflecting on your mother's lessons and her love. If she is no longer with you, you know that she is always in your heart, and you can go on in life and do great things. And if she is still with you, hopefully you celebrated her. We know that no one is perfect, but God ordained our parents, and we're to honor them as long as we have them. Honor your father and your mother so that you will have a long quantity and a lovely quality of life. So that's just the order here. And we are in 1Kings 10. And, oh, that just jumped out at me. Happy are thy men, happy are these servants, which stand continually before thee, and that hear thy wisdom. Who's speaking is Queen Sheba, the Queen of Sheba. She came and she heard about the great things that Solomon was doing. Not only did she hear that he was rich and he was prosperous and blessing others, but she heard that he was full of wisdom. It says in verse 7, howbeit I believe not the words. I mean, it was just unbelievable what I heard until I came and my eyes had seen it for myself. And behold, the half was not told. Thy wisdom and prosperity exceedeth the fame which I heard. Don't you know that the Lord can give us such a wise heart? Wisdom is from Him, that we can be a young person. We don't have to go through all the hiccups of life in our teens and 20s and 30s. We can listen to others and we can say, ooh, I don't want to go through that. But if it's so that we have to go through those circumstances and situations, we know that the Lord can provide. He is merciful. He is full of grace. And He can provide us another chance and to give us insight. And it says that she was breathless. She was like, oh my goodness. And we are in awe when we think about the Lord's provisions every day. Like, how is it that He gives us this over and over and over again? We're in awe of His supplying our every need. Well, He does that because He loves us and He wants the best for us. And even though we might not understand, and a parent might withhold this and then give us this, and we want the other. Listen, it's the wisdom of the Lord. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. His ways are higher than our ways. We just want to ask the Lord, are we pleasing, and follow His will? And He'll direct as long as we listen to Him. And it says in verse 13, and King Solomon gave unto the Queen of Sheba all her desire, whatsoever she asked. Well, we know when we delight in the Lord, He will give us the desires of our heart that's aligned with His desires. So we won't be asking for foolishness. We won't be asking for things that are outside of His will, but we'll ask for His good pleasure. He wants that for us. So with that in mind, He will supply, He will provide, He will pour out what He wants us to have. Our preordained blessings in the presence of the Lord forevermore. Yep, sure enough. And in Proverbs 9, we would have gone over that. And again, it's talking about how the Lord will pour out. It's a personification here of wisdom. She had built her house. And then later on, it talks about stupidity. Right? And it says, whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. Stupidity will have you going to a place where you're like, how in the world did I get here? And it says, whoso has no mind or just full of foolishness, let him turn in. And as for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him, stupidity is saying, stolen waters are sweet. Don't we know that the enemy will call that which is good bad, and then that which is bad, attractive and sweet? But he knoweth not that the dead are there, that her guests are in the depths of hell. So what we want to pray for our young people, people who are seasoned, those who are without the knowledge of the Lord, our prayer is verse 6, forsake the foolish and live and go in the way of understanding. Yes, because in verse 9, even if someone has a little bit of knowledge, we're to give instruction to a wise man or a wise woman, and it'll be incremental wisdom. Then they'll become yet wiser. Teach a just man, and they will increase in learning, because the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the holy is understanding. And this is another formula for quality and quantity of life. It says, by me thy days shall be multiplied, just like when we honor our parents, and the years of thy life shall be increased. If thou be wise, thou shalt be wise for thyself. That means that we get the benefit when we follow the Lord. Yep. So let's make sure that we're honoring him, we're acknowledging him. He is our ultimate parent, and he wants us to go to great places. All right. Have a good evening, resting in the Lord.